On the mountaintop, a man's cheek was scraped raw. When he pulled the rope away from his eyes, the truth crushed him to the ground. He was trapped on a mountain peak over 1,000 meters high. Below him was an extremely deep abyss, and from above it looked as if he were hanging onto a withered tree. The entire mountaintop was like a smooth, salty wall, leaving him in extreme danger. He immediately pulled out a knife and stabbed it into his shoe, then used both knives to drive them into the sheer wall. With all his strength, he forced the blades in, but the pressure was not enough to hold. At that height, one knife snapped. He tried again, jamming the knife into his shoe, but then he began to fall. Fortunately, the withered tree managed to stop him, but it quickly began to collapse under his weight. As the tree was about to break, he pulled out another knife and stabbed wildly, almost like a madman, desperately fighting to survive. He pressed his hands forward, trapping himself against the wall. When he saw the 1,000-meter drop beneath him, he forced himself to stand up. There was no way to retreat. After a brutal struggle, he finally managed to steady himself. But just as he tried to catch his breath, the sand beneath his feet gave way. His mind froze. A terrifying wild boar suddenly charged toward him. In that moment, he realized he was not the monster, it was the boar, so he had no choice but to fight. He slammed his head forward, narrowly avoiding death, and steadied himself with one hand. Using his last remaining strength, he stood up again, but the terrifying boar did not stop. It charged once more, crashing into him. This time, people grabbed his rope, and during the struggle, he was suddenly pulled upward. In the end, he was lifted safely onto the mountaintop. He couldn't